We're going to take a look at the PARCC Practice Unit 2 Calculator Edition, problems 1 and 2. And these are pretty quick problems. Problem 1. The number of bottles a machine fills is proportional. Now, when it says proportional in mathematics and you have a graph, you know right away that we're going to go through the point 0, 0. So that's what that proportional means. To the number of minutes the machine operates. The machine fills 250 bottles every 20 minutes. So that means we have 250 divided by 20. Create a graph that shows the number of bottles Y the machine fills in X minutes. To graph a line, select 2 points on the coordinate plane. A line will be drawn through the points for you. That's helpful. Okay, so there are 2 ways I can think of doing this that are pretty efficient. The first is, well, let's figure out how many bottles the machine can fill in 1 minute, and that would be the 250 divided by 20, which equals 12.5. And so I already have my first point, thank you proportional relationships. So my other point would have to be 1, well, let's go with the 0, 0. Okay, there we go. And then, so we know that this point right here is going to be 1 minute and 12.5, so I get my line. The other way I could think about doing this is saying, well, okay, so my graph only goes to 10, right? So, well, 10 is half of 20. So what is half of 250? Well, half of 250 is 125. So that means at 10, 125 right here, the line has to go through it. So then that point's on the same line, so we're good to go. Let's double check, make sure that there are no other questions that we are being asked to answer. Nope, and that is it. All right, I'm going to clear this. Let's take a look at problem 2. All right, problem 2. Filippo is building a rectangular sandbox. All right, so if it says rectangle, what am I going to draw? That's right, I'm going to draw a rectangle because you can't have fun in PARCC or CMAS if you're not drawing rectangles. All right, so we're building a rectangle for a rectangular sandbox for his younger brother. The length of the sandbox is 1 foot. 1 foot longer. Now 1 foot longer, that means we're going to add 1. Then twice the width. Twice the width means 2W, or 2 times W, because if you're doubling something, you're multiplying it by 2. So what that means ultimately is this. The perimeter of the sandbox is 29, and we know that perimeter is the sum of all of the side lengths, right? So, all right. So we know the width is W, and we know that because all of these problems here, or all these answers, have a W as in the answer. And we know the length is going to be a function of the width, and again it says 1 foot longer, so that's +1, then twice the width of the sandbox, that's 2W, which makes the top here 2W plus 1. Well, I can't help but notice that in this drawing right here, I've got 2 W's, 1, 2, and I'm going to add that to 2 of these things, and that's 2 times 2W plus 1. All right. Oh, no way! Look at this! That's an answer choice. That is so cool. So we're good to go. But you know what? I see that there's a part B, so let's check out part B. Part B says, what is the width in feet of the sandbox? And enter your answer in the box. All right, a lot of boxes there. Sandbox and the box for the answer. So, oh, well, if I know the perimeter is 29, that means this equation has to be equal to 29. All right, so let's multiply this out. So we have 2W, and then we have to multiply this out. So plus 4W plus 2 is equal to 29. All right, 2W plus 4W, that's a total of 6W plus 2 is equal to 29, minus 2, because we need to get this W by itself, and so we get 27 is equal to 6W. Still not done, so we're going to divide by 6, And 27 divided by 6 is 4.5, so we get W is equal to 4.5. Now, obviously, we have a calculator that we can use right here, so you don't have to do it in your head. You're more than welcome to use the calculator. And so in the box, I'm going to type, or in this case, I'm going to write 4.5. All right. I don't know about you, but I'm having a ton of fun.